Alright, so basically what we're doing here is we're just going to jump into my current NHL season. I figured I'd just do that. I'll jump into a season and I will just do a goalie game. And then I think later I'll probably like start a new season as one of the positions. I haven't decided which position yet. So you can see like more of the game. Because I really like goalie. I think goalie's really fun. I can understand how this might not be the absolute most interesting thing to watch, but we'll see. We'll see. It'll be a nice little taste test. Nice little taste test. One of the only things that'll suck is you'll have to So basically what we're doing here is this is just my regular season. Basically the only way I play NHL is I play the Be a Pro settings, where you pick a player, pick a position, and then build that player up like through his career. So this is my goalie. I figured I'd start with goalie, just because I already have this going, and then I can try and play one of the other positions later and see if that's more interesting, because I'm sure it probably might be. I love goalie. I think it's really fun. I could see how it's maybe not the most engaging thing to watch, but I don't know. Maybe you'll be interested. Plus, this gives me a little bit more time to talk and kind of explain rules and stuff like that if they happen. So this will be cool. Basically, I'm playing for the San Jose Sharks, for the blue guys. If we're home, you get to wear your regular jerseys. There's me, being a loser. Looks nothing like me, really, but I don't spend very much time on character customization, so I'll be honest, I just hit random, and then I was like, that's good. Basically, the only rule I really changed in this is normally hockey is 3 20-minute periods. So like a period is so each third of the game is 20 minutes and then there's a break. I didn't want to play a full 60-minute game without a stop, so I set it to 6-minute periods. But the rest of this game is pretty much how it goes. So basically, I mean, do you understand the general stuff? I don't have to get too into it. You'll notice those sections on the ice, basically how the ice is broken into 3 areas divided by those 2 blue lines. Those blue lines represent the sort of middle of the rink and then the zone for each team, right? So the Sharks have their zone, and then the team I'm playing against, the Detroit Flyers, they have their own zone as well. As I play, I'm going to refer to these as defensive and offensive zones frequently. Basically, what I mean by that is that's a goal for the Sharks. That's a good start. Basically, what I mean by that is, the Sharks zone is our defensive zone, and the Flyers zone is the Sharks offensive zone, and then obviously vice versa. Just so that doesn't get confusing. Oh, that deflection was kind of scary, but that's alright. Alright. Alright, 1 block shot already. I'm liking it. So basically, one of the biggest rules of hockey that you'll notice is offsides. Basically, there's a rule for how teams can move the puck into each zone. So basically, in hockey, before a team moves the puck into their offensive zone, the puck and the person, the puck has to enter the ice, has to enter the offensive zone in possession of one of those players before any of the other players on the team can enter the zone. So basically, like, if the Oilers, or not the Oilers, if the Flyers, the red guys, want to bring the puck into our zone and shoot at me, the person holding the puck has to be carrying the puck into the zone first, and none of his teammates can be in the zone already. If they bring the puck into our zone with one of their players already in our zone, that's offsides and it stops play, basically. And then the same obviously is true for us. So if we try and move the puck into the zone that the Sharks are in right now, but there's already players there, that's an offsides penalty, and then play stops. So quite frequently, around where the clock is, towards the bottom, you'll see an offside warning. It basically means that the team in possession of the puck has to clear the offensive zone before the puck holder can move in. But once you move in, those players can move in and out as long as the puck doesn't move out. Because if the puck moves out of the zone, then you have to clear that zone and reset. And I think we'll just, as penalties come up, I'll explain them. But that's the biggest one. Anytime... Ooh, another goal from the Sharks. That was a great shot from Duclair. I love it. I love it. Good shot, Duclair. He's a recent trade. We just got him onto the team this season, and he's been very good. Alright. Sharks gain possession. Oh, the goalie recovered. So basically the goalie on each team is allowed to cover the puck like that. Basically when you cover the puck, it's just removing it from play, and so it stops play because nobody can access it. When play is stopped, because of a goalie cover, play is restarted at the nearest face-off circle, which is what those red circles are. Basically, anytime play is stopped, unless there's a penalty, it restarts from the closest viable point on the ice to have a face-off. Oh, good interception from Kane there. And he gets a breakaway, but he missed his shot. It's a block and a stop from Comrie. Kane's one of our main offensive players, so you'll see him trying to shoot a lot. You'll see a lot of players, though. Basically, hockey, the way it works is there are 4 shifts. Each shift is composed of 3 offensive players, the guys towards the front, usually the ones trying to score all the goals, and 2 defensive players who try and make sure that the puck can move within the offensive zone and doesn't go out into the neutral zone. And if we lose control of the puck, those are the guys that are already in the back ready to play defense. You'll see the camera switch on and off a lot. I basically switch the camera as it approaches my zone, especially if the Flyers have control of it, just so I can make sure I have the camera angle I want to block the puck. Ooh, good interception for Rodnick. Alright, so the Flyers are going to bring it into our zone here. That was a poorly missed shot. I wasn't even really in position for that one. That could have easily been a goal. Alright, so the first period's almost over. Sharks have a pretty commanding lead so far. Two goals, and I don't know what was going on with that dude. There's a funky chicken over there. I don't know what he was up to. He was bugging out pretty hardcore. Yeah, so the first period's almost over. Like I said, they're only 6 minutes instead of the regular 20. So they'll go by fast. That was a little scary, but that's alright. I haven't actually faced too many shots yet. Sharks have been doing a good job. Ooh, that was a great pass to Kane. He was already in position there and he could sneak it past him. Alright, so that's the third goal for the Sharks this period. Dope. So you can see how the Shark skater on the left there was just barely towing that blue line because he couldn't pass it until the puck did. Oh. Alright, I didn't read the pass there is what happened. I probably should have understood that a pass play was coming there, but I just didn't react to it. So that one's my bad. Alright, it's 1-3 though. It's 1-3. Sharks are still doing a pretty damn good job, so I'm not too worried about it. Plus I can step up my game too. Oh, that was a nice little tackle there. Nice little check. Ooh, quick shot, but Comrie was there to pick it up. Alright, this one might be coming back to us. He's just going to dump it in because he didn't have anything and he just didn't want to lose possession right there on the midline, so he just kind of hucked it into our side of the field. Which you can do as long as you're in that side of the field already. Ooh, alright. Nice little edge of the glove save there. Comrie stops another one. First period's almost over. Easy stop. Easy stop to finish the period out. Okay. Alright, I fielded 3 shots and I let 1 in. Another thing you'll notice, I'm not a very good goalie. I'm really not a very good goalie. I lose more games than I should, and I let in way more goals than I should. But maybe I'll step it up. Who knows? Alright. Oh no, he got interrupted there. He was trying to do something sneaky, but it did not work out. Alright, Sharks move it up the ice. Kane, Carlson. Back to Kane, but his stick was tied up, so that's going to be the Flyers. Gonna pass it out instead of covering. Try and see if we can score a point off that. Duclair, Kane. Ah, that was a good opportunity. But yeah, so there's like basically on a hockey team, there's like 4 teams of 5 people that switch in and out and in and out through the game to try and keep everybody, you know, give everybody a break, because hockey's a lot of hard work. It's a lot of cardio. So players actually can't really keep it up for very long. The typical shift for a hockey player is like 45 seconds to like a minute. Alright, that was hairy. That was hairy, but we made it. Goal! Come on, hit like the fucking goal at least. Make him stop it. There you go. If you're gonna make the goalie do his job, that's fine, but don't just yeet it over the goalpost. That doesn't help anybody. Commer's got 12 saves. Wow. You know, people sounded upset about that hit, but I didn't see anything crazy. Oh, good interception from Hurdle. Oh, it's number 62 got his stick tied up, though, so he couldn't get the shot off.
Did you think of it?
Alright, let's see if I can stop this one. Easy. Easy. Also barely stopped it, but easy. Kolarov was able to take that one away. Defense just doing their job. Oh, that was a foul. That was a foul. You can't do that. Yep, so what number 72 did, and I'm sure you'll see this as the play goes, is he reached his stick around a player and impeded his movement. You can't, basically you can't do anything with your stick to impede the movement of another player. It's usually a penalty. In this case, he reached around the guy and restricted his arms, and that penalty is called hooking. So that starts a 2-minute power play for the Sharks. Basically, when you get a penalty in hockey, the offending player, the player who committed the penalty, gets put in a penalty box for 2 minutes, and then the team that player was on has to play with 4 people on the ice for 2 minutes, while the Sharks get to use a full team of 5 players plus a goalie. So it makes a pretty significant offensive and defensive advantage for the Sharks. It means for the next 2 minutes I'm not going to have a lot of pressure, and it means that for the next 2 minutes it's a lot easier for the Sharks to score potentially, because they're playing one man up. So what this means for me is that my time will not be spent guarding the goal, really. My time will more be spent trying to help the puck get back upfield to my offensive players as quickly as possible. And I do that by skating outside of the goal every time the Flyers try and just dump the puck into our side of the field, and I pass it to those offensive players. However, I can only do that. I can only touch the puck if it's in my zone, right? So in that huge swath of ice in front of me up to the blue line, or if it's in a small trapezoidal area behind my goal. You'll see the area behind the net is divided into like 2 like wide quarter circles almost, and then a trapezoid you can see sort of behind his net right now. You can see there's that trapezoid behind the net. I'm only allowed to touch it there if it goes behind the net. If I touch it in either one of those weird like curved areas, that's a delay of game penalty. And my team suffers a penalty for it. However, even though my team suffers a penalty, I do not go to the penalty box. A goalie, it cannot go to the penalty box, no matter what I do. If a goalie commits a penalty that would result in a player being removed, they just pick a random person off your team instead. Alright, so the Flyers successfully defended their power play. We were not able to get a goal on it. But we got a goal right after. Wow. Yeah, a power play ends either when the timer expires or when the team that got the power play the team that gets the advantage if we score a goal on that power play, then the power play ends, regardless of how much time is left. So, I mean, it's still a pretty significant advantage. You want to try and have as few penalties as possible in a game, obviously, but it's not like you can get multiple goals off it. The severity, the duration of a power play depends on the severity of a penalty. Loosely speaking, it's broken into... It's mostly broken into two groups, right? So there's a minor penalty, something like hooking, which gets you a 2-minute power play, and then some more severe penalties give you a 5-minute power play. And then there's some very, very obscure cases where a minor penalty can be called a double minor penalty, and that's typically only if it's that's bad. It's typically only if a penalty that is a minor penalty results in like the injury of a player. Then they would call it a double minor, and instead of 2 minutes, you have to sit out 4 minutes. So basically, a minor penalty is a 2-minute power play, a major penalty is a 5-minute power play, and a double minor is 2 consecutive 2-minute power plays. So if you score a goal on that power play, it only takes off the first 2 minutes, and then it starts the second 2-minute power play. So a double minor's the worst thing you could possibly get, pretty much, which is why they typically only reserve it for if you hit somebody in the face with your stick and it injures them. I know it sounds ridiculous, but it happens sometimes. If you swing your stick at somebody's head and they get hurt, they call a double minor, and then that player usually also gets ejected from the game. No, it's not going to go into the trapezoid, so I'll have to leave that one alone. I missed that other penalty, but the Sharks got another power play. I must have not been paying attention. So that's nice for us, another power play. Basically, the setting I have right now makes it so in order to achieve those 6-minute periods, it basically just accelerates how quickly the clock goes. It still measures out 20 minutes, but then it counts off 5 seconds for every one, or whatever it is. But I have a setting turned on, so the only time it doesn't do that is during a power play. That was a bad pass. I shouldn't have passed out there. Oh, but that's great, because they had to clear the... He didn't realize he had to clear the field, and he got a offsides penalty. An offsides penalty doesn't have a player get pulled or anything. It doesn't generate a power play. It just stops the game. That's a penalty. I couldn't tell if that was a hook or a slash, but that was definitely a penalty. You can see the way the guy's wrist pulled up. What was the call? I think that was a hook. Yeah. Alright. If a penalty happens during a power play, like if one team commits a penalty and then before they kill their power play they commit another penalty, it takes another player off the ice, and the two power plays kind of go on at the same time. So basically the first power play is still in effect, and once that 2-minute timer is complete they get to have their player back, but the second penalty they got is also active and going at the same time. So it basically means that they had to play 5-on-3 instead of 5-on-4 for 25-30 seconds there, because their power play was almost over, and now they have to finish out their second power play. which only has like a minute and a half on it because the first 30 seconds of their power play were in conjunction with the other one. So now he took it out of the zone, so they have to get all their players back before they can go back on offense, which is really annoying. It basically wastes a lot of time on what should be a valuable opportunity for offense. That guy limped because he took a puck to the ankle. Because especially on a slap shot, some of these pucks are going, 80, 90, 100 miles an hour. So that can definitely hurt. Oh, there's a power play goal. And an easy one, too. Is that guy's name Holla? Holla! Alright, I'll take it. What's the score right now? Yeah, Holla. Okay. Oh, jeez, it's 2-5. We're whooping the Flyers' ass. Partially good just because of all these penalties, though. Like, I haven't really had to field that many shots. I mean, the Sharks' defense is good, too, but it also has a lot to do with these penalties. The Flyers are not playing a clean game right now. Good work on the defense there. He got tied up. Alright, Flyers got their puck back. Nice easy save. And they accidentally ejected the puck all the way back into their zone. Ooh, that would have been a really good pass if Kane hadn't picked that off. I'm pretty lucky he got that interception, or that might have been nasty. I think I probably would have given up another goal. Good stop by Comrie there. Comrie's, you know what, they're down 5 goals, but Comrie's having a good game, I feel like. Because I wonder how many shots he's taken in this game. I bet it's at least... It's probably approaching 40. So I guess that's still really not that good. Most goalies in the NHL have a save average of like 0.92 or higher, meaning that for every like 19 shots a goalie takes, they should let in 1 on average. So for somebody to take 40 shots and have 5 goals actually really isn't very good at all. But you know what I mean? You have to consider, like, when there's that many shots being taken, those averages skew too. Like, I mean, those are the statistics for a goalie, but a goalie also, on average in the NHL takes, like 25, 30 shots in a game. So he's definitely taking more than average, but he still shouldn't be letting in 6 goals. He should probably get pulled from the game at this point. Comrie should probably be pulled from the game, and they should probably put their substitute goalie in because he's kind of floundering. Also, Haula has 4 points this game. Basically how the point system works for... the point system... Oh my god. This is just getting ugly. So basically the point system in hockey for teams is pretty obvious. You know that one. You put a you put a puck in the goal, you get a point. That's easy. In terms of addressing points to players, basically when a goal is scored, the person who scored the goal gets a point, but also the last two people who touched the puck directly related to the play where he scored his goal, they also get an assist. An assist is also worth 1 point. But that's for like their statistics. It doesn't impact the game. So that's why, like, whenever you see a goal scored, you'll see like 2 or 3 names on there usually. It's because the person whose name comes first actually scored the goal, and then the other 2 people, the other 1 to 2 people there were on assist. So for example, if Sorensen there, the number 52 guy, had scored that slap shot, he would have gotten a point, and number 38 would have gotten an assist for the pass. Which I'm sure that's got to be a system pretty similar to, like you said, you played soccer. I'm sure that's got to be a system pretty similar to soccer. I'm sure a lot of this probably isn't that unfamiliar. Because I think the zoning system's pretty similar in soccer, but there's no neutral zone. Alright, so this game's a lock. I mean, it's a given. We're up 7-2. There's no way we lose this game, no matter how bad of a goalie I am. Honestly, at this point, I'd welcome a power play just to kind of get my stats up so I can get some saves. Because I haven't really done much this game. Really not much at all. Come on, let him get it downfield. I want to block. Oh, god damn it. That was an awful pass. You can't pass to somebody who's double covered like that and expect them to come up with it. Couture was in the lane, and that's great, but just because he's in the slot doesn't mean you have to pass it to him if he's got 2 guys on him. Basically, the slot is what they refer to as the space between the 2 face-off circles in front of the goal. It's considered high priority shooting area. You know, if you're right there, that's your best angle on the whole goal, and that's the hardest shot for the goalie to stop. So generally speaking, if somebody's pressing the slot, they're a good target for a pass, but not if they have 2 defenders. You know, if the man's double covered, maybe don't try and pass it to him. And that was a penalty for the Sharks. He hooked that dude against the boards. Can't do that, Kane. You know better than that. Alright, so now I get to try my hand at some power play defense. Only for 24 seconds, though. Great. Alright, that's probably the only shot I'll field on this power play, because that was a fantastic clear from number 7. They might get 1 more shot in. Yeah, they are. They're going to get 1 more shot. And then another good clear, and the game's over. Alright, we did it. Sharks win. That was not even that good of a game for me, but we won by a lot because the offense was unstoppable. Yeah, no, I got 14. I went 1 for 8 on my stops. That's not very good at all. That's my typical, though. But yeah, so I don't know. Let me know if this is like a thing.